The thought beneath the noise. Sometimes anxiety doesn't shout, it whispers. In the quiet moments, in the background of your breath, a tension you carry through your day without knowing why. But what if there was one thought, simple, quiet, that could stop the spiral? Not by fixing everything, but by returning you to what's real. In this video, I want to share that thought with you. A teaching from Zen, a shift in seeing, a way home to a place inside you that anxiety cannot touch. The invisible weight. Anxiety rarely roars. More often, it hums beneath the surface, like a low vibration in the chest that never fully goes away. It's the thought before the thought, the tightening before the day even begins, a fog you can't name, only feel. And if you're like most people, you carry it like an invisible weight, all while smiling at strangers, replying to emails, pouring your coffee. You carry it through grocery aisles and traffic lights, into conversations where you pretend you're fine. But inside, there's a storm, a constant sense that something is off, that you've forgotten something, or that something's about to go wrong. And the mind tries to solve this feeling by racing into the future. What if I mess up? What if I fail? What if I can't handle what's coming next? It spins, it spirals, and the harder you try to outrun it, the faster it chases you. But what if the answer isn't to outrun it at all? The thought that waits in stillness. In the midst of all this rushing, there is a quiet thought, not loud, not clever, just true. And like a candle in a dark room, it doesn't have to fight the darkness. It simply shines. The thought is this moment is enough. Simple, soft. But like all Zen truths, it's not meant to be understood. It's meant to be experienced. There's an old Zen story about a man running from a tiger. He comes to a cliff, grabs a vine, and begins to climb down. Below him, another tiger waits. Then he sees a strawberry growing beside the vine. He picks it and eats it. How sweet it tasted. The past was chasing him. The future was terrifying. But the strawberry was now, and now was enough. Anxiety convinces us that the next moment will save us, that peace is waiting at the end of a checklist. But Zen shows us, peace doesn't come from solving everything. It comes from stopping long enough to see that there is nothing to solve right now. Just a breath, just a body, just a single unfolding moment that doesn't need to be controlled because it's already whole. The second arrow. Life brings us pain. That, the Buddha said, is unavoidable. But suffering? Suffering is the second arrow. The first arrow is what happens. The second is how we fight it. Fear, resistance, self-blame, catastrophizing. These are the second arrows we fire into ourselves again and again. Anxiety is a second arrow. It begins with something small, a tight deadline, a conversation we're dreading, a strange feeling in the body. But instead of just noticing it, we start weaving a story. What if I mess this up? What if I'm not good enough? What if this means something is wrong with me? And the story spirals. Before we know it, we're lost in a future that doesn't exist, reacting to an enemy we created in our own mind. But what if we stopped after the first arrow? What if we could feel the tightness and breathe into it instead of running from it? What if we could meet discomfort not with panic, but with presence? That's where the thought comes in. This moment is enough. When you think it, not just mentally, but with your body, you return to now. You return to what's real, the sound of wind in the leaves, the warmth of tea in your hands, the ground beneath your feet. No second arrow, just this, just now. And somehow, that's enough. A moment to come home. Let's slow down. Together. Wherever you are right now, sitting, walking, lying in bed, see if you can just pause for a moment. No fixing, no forcing, just pausing. Bring your attention to the body, not as a concept, but as a felt presence. Feel the way your clothing touches your skin. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Feel gravity holding you. You're not floating in space. You're anchored. Here. Now. Notice any tension. Not to judge it, but to let it be seen. You're not here to win against anxiety. You're here to stop adding to it. So, just breathe. And as you breathe in, silently say, "This moment," as you breathe out, "is enough." Again, this moment is enough. Not because it's perfect, not because you have everything figured out, but because you showed up. You came back. And every time you return to the present, you remember the truth. You don't have to carry the whole world in your hands, just this breath, just this step, just this moment. The path forward. Of course, the moment you stand up again, life will return. Notifications, schedules, that conversation you've been avoiding. And with it, anxiety might return too. That's okay. This is not about becoming unshakable. It's about learning to return, again and again, to what is real. In Zen, there's a saying, "Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water." Which means, the external world may not change, but how you move through it does. When you walk with presence, when you speak from center, when you remember that this moment is enough, you stop living in fear of the future. You begin to live as life itself. One breath at a time, one step, one cup of tea. No need to become someone else. No need to fix what isn't broken. Just return to now, and from here, take the next gentle step. A thought to carry. Some thoughts fade the moment they arrive, but some stay with us, like a stone in the pocket, smooth from the warmth of your hand. A thought you return to in traffic, or in line at the store, or lying awake at 2 a.m. when your mind is busy building futures that will never happen. This one thought, "This moment is enough." It's not magic. It won't erase the noise, but it reminds you, you don't have to outrun your thoughts. You can sit beside them. You don't have to fix the feeling. You can breathe through it. You don't have to become a better version of yourself before you're allowed to feel peace. You're already here, and here is already enough. Thank you for being here, for taking a breath, for making space. If you'd like to walk this path with me, this path of mindfulness, of stillness, of inner returning, I invite you to subscribe, not just to this channel, but to the quiet wisdom that lives in your own heart. It's always been there, waiting for you to come home.